So
Hello,
we are live.
everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Welcome, everyone. Hello. Welcome to our live today. These are the business ladies, their mothers, and everyone here is excited to show you how this business works and to unlock financial opportunities through strategic planning. So, we are all here to help each other and to help you people out there. Feel free to ask questions either on our live or after our live. Reach out to any one of us. Send in your questions. We will be ready to answer you and very happy to have you. Thank you very much. I hand over to Madame Josephine.
Hi everyone. God bless you. Thank you for joining us. It's Friday. You are all welcome. Just as my partner has introduced our program today. My name is Josephine. I am originally from Nigeria and I've been in Germany for quite some time. Married with two kids. I'm a pastor, officiating pastor for that, and I also have a traditional business along the way. I'm also a hygienist, so I am a full package multitasking lady. So relax and join us as we discuss everything business, how to actually be successful, whether in traditional business or digital business. There is a way we should go about it. So relax and God bless you. I call Mercy to introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. Hi, ladies. Thank you for joining us this morning here from USA, Texas. I'm a profession, I work in the healthcare profession as well. And yes, join us today. And as we talk about, finances, it's a broad topic, but it's good um, to understand how you should manage, how you should be able to access, how you should be able to plan about finances as you go around your business. So thank you so much. Join us and stay tuned. Thank you.
All right. So I'll call on Krista to let us know a little about you for our new viewers. All right. Over to you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Crystal Redwood Gary. I am married. I am a stay-at-home mom for now, and this is my main source of income. Um, I'm from Jamaica, and I just enjoy this lovely community. And thank you guys for having me today.
Oh, you are welcome. Nice to have you, Krista. So I'd like to give the chance to Marina, beautiful Marina, to introduce herself, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Josephine. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Marina Peters. I'm joining you live from Germany. I am a wife. I am a health scientist. I'm an author, minister, and also a digital business owner. And I'm so glad that we are here today to discuss about finances because this is one of the topics that whether you're doing business or not, it's very important and it's going to impact your life in one way or the other. So thank you so much for inviting me to come today.
Thank you so much, Marina. Nice to have you all ladies set for today's discussion. So I'd like to call on beautiful Jane all the way from Switzerland. Please. Oh, she was the one that started. Yeah. Me, I'm just all right, all right. So awesome, awesome. So our discussion today is actually unlocking financial opportunities by different ways, but we know that it is by through strategic planning that one can actually unlock financial opportunities. So we as digital business owners in our own community, we have a lot of people who are not even speaking English as their language. We have people speaking French. We have people speaking Italian and so many other languages. So we are going to break down this English for today. So I'm going to start with Marina. Let her give us what is her idea of unlocking financial opportunities in our present day world and the society. Marina, please over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Josephine. So this is one of the topics that I love so much because it's very important, regardless whether you're working or you have your business or you're still a student, wherever you're watching us from, finances are very, very important. And I think for me, it boils down to financial management because you have to know how to do that first before we even get to talk about other things, right? So I'll just give you an example. Whichever category you are, you don't even say like I don't have much, so I don't want to manage right now. Start with where you are at the moment. Whether you're a student, whether you're working, whether you're stay-at-home mom, somehow you have some kind of cash somewhere or some financial support somewhere, and that is what we start with actually. Now remember, just to give you an example, when I came to Germany fresh as a student, all I had monthly was around 450 euros, right? So right now you ask yourself, what can someone do with 450 euros? Now 450 euros was actually paying my rent in a student apartment. I was actually paying food. I was actually paying my insurance, and I was even sending money home. You can imagine. And still I was saving. So you ask yourself, like, Marina, how are you doing all this with 450 euros? Because I could choose to say like, hey, I don't earn a lot, so let me just spend whatever I can spend and see what happens. But I decided to plan. And for me, this is an important topic because if God can trust you with something, limited resources, then He can also trust you with the bigger and, wider resources that you get. And so at that point, I had to like just calm down and relax. And I'm like, okay, I have 450 euros. How am I actually going to break this down so that it fits my needs? And that is where it boils to, right? How are you going to break down what you have so that it can fit your needs, so that you don't have to be, borrowing money left and right for you to survive? So what I did actually is like at those times we were paying rent for 190 euros, which was not much at that time. And then I looked for a very cheap insurance and praying to God so that I don't get sick, and buy food. And I actually learned not just planning my finances, but also how to save. So how did I do this? Instead of shopping every now and then, I actually was going for bulk shopping because it was actually cheap. Instead of buying like something for €1 every time I need it, I would go and buy something for 10 euros, which would last me maybe 4 months or even 5 months, right? So right now that we get to earn a little bit more, if you learned at that early stage how to do your planning, then I think it's going to be easier for you to manage, wider resources when God blesses you with them. So what do? There are different formulas of boiling this down so that it can actually fit your budget, because you don't want to be frustrated, right? You want to have some savings, you want to invest, you want to do a lot of things, and plus you don't want to forget about yourself, because most of the times we talk about finances and saving and planning, and we actually forget about ourselves. And what happens is when you forget about yourself, then it won't be fun. Financial topics and all this, you're like, oh no, I don't want to hear about that, because you're frustrated, you forget about yourself. So this is what helps me. This is what I would like to give you. If you just give me some 1 minute to just explain this. So you have your salary. Me personally, as a Christian, it's very important for me to pay tithe. So that means 10% of what I get, whether in my business, whether in my job, goes to tithe. That belongs to God, and it goes back there, right? And He says that when you give that, He's gonna open more windows even for you. So I pay my tithe. I don't mess around with that. And then I have 90% of what I have to work with. So with this 90%, actually 50% now goes to the basic needs. Be it your car. You're paying your benzene, you're paying your insurances and all the stuff that you need in food. So 50% is gone, on that, your basic needs. 10% is actually gone on the tithe. So you now have 40% that you're working with. Remember, you still have to save. So what I actually do, I save 20% of it, and then 20% actually invest in myself and fun activities, and then I put 10% account just in case, not my saving, just in case something happens to you. That is the 10%. I can always go, when I have an emergency, I go to the 10% that I always save, always. So you can have your own strategy. It doesn't have to be 10, 50, 40, you can have your own strategy according to the way it works for you, because all you want is that you manage your finances in a way that at the end of the month, you're not begging people to help you. You're not going for huge debts so that you can survive. You have to learn how to manage what you have. And that is actually what has helped me. Secondly, get a professional who can help you. There are lots of professionals, especially in Germany here. We don't even pay them. You know that. So many people don't know that you can get a financial advisor that you don't even pay. They actually are getting paid from the banks if they help you, like kind of get into a saving agreement or something with the banks. The banks are paying them. So you are actually not paying them. So when we have information about money management resources, the better, because the more you learn about these things, the more you can implement, and the more you get satisfaction in even earning that money. Because our goal is not to earn forever. That your savings that you're saving, one day you would get it out of the savings account and invest that money, because you want your money to keep on growing and not just sitting in the bank. So remember this, get books and learn about financial knowledge. Listen to videos. YouTube videos are free. Listen to YouTube videos that are going to teach you how to plan your finances. No matter whether you have 450 like I used to have as a student, or you have more than that, you can still plan around that to accommodate everything that you want to do in life. So that is all that I want to give you. I don't want to talk so much because I have my business partners here waiting to also share the ideas. So thank you so much for listening to me, Josephine, and the others.
Wow, that is super. That is, she has already started. The wave is moving right now. So manage your money well. In a nutshell, know how to do arithmetic for primary school. Secondary school, we say mathematics. We are still in the same arithmetic. Primary school, we say arithmetic. Secondary school, we say mathematics. I'm sure university, we say mathematics. So whichever way, we are still in the same word direction. She said, you break your money down. Know how to divide your money, your income, whether by working or by business. Know how to break it down. Don't forget, your goal is that you are aiming to financial success. You are aiming to financial success. So long as there is a goal ahead of you, you must apply a strategy so that you don't get stuck along the way. Thank you, Marina. That was powerful. I believe she still has something to tell us. She just held it. She will come back again. So I'm going to call on Mercy, beautiful Mercy, all the way from USA, to tell us how to have a financial, how to unlock our financial opportunities. Please, Mercy, over to you.
Thank you so much, Josephine. And yes, I think Marina has covered everything, but I guess when you bake a cake, there's always a portion for everybody. So let me try and see if I can get a slice of the cake. So about, financial management, if you want to start a business or any other business, you need some capital. That's the truth. You need some capital to invest in it. And in our case here, we have the 149 that you invest in for you to become, a member of a business, and you also unlock. You have a mentor, you have a coach, and all that stuff. That's just the beginning phase of it, but you still have to have some capital to keep investing in your business. That's how it goes. And now, for you to have financial management, you also have to outline. Once you generate money to start the business, you also have to outline the long-term goals. So what do you want to accomplish in a span of 5 to 10 years? Where do you want to be in 2 years' time? Do you want to buy a car in 3 years' time? Do you want to go to college? So are you saving money for you towards going to college? In maybe 5 years' time, do you want to buy a house? So are you saving towards buying a house? And one of the things that, as Marina said, you need to have a professional who is, guiding you on how to save your money, and where to put your money and where not to put your money, and when and for how long you can put your money here and where you cannot put your money. So I think it's very important, because I saw a discussion somewhere on YouTube whereby someone had, I think, around $30,000 US dollars in his saving account, but he had 20,000 debt, I mean, in his credit cards. So our financial advisor was talking about it, and he was saying there is no need of you, because you having the 30,000 in your saving account, and you still have this 20,000, it's a debt. Why don't you just pay it off from your saving, from your saving account, and you still have 10,000 left? And with the 10,000, you'll be able to manage and organize and start building your money again. But the main goal here, you will be debt free. That's the main thing. That's the main goal. You'll be debt free. So there's no need of you having 30,000 sitting in the saving account. It's not even gaining any interest, or it's just laying there in the bank. But instead, why don't you take the 20,000, pay off the debt, and you're debt free? That's you have so much to win when you're debt free, and there's nothing, because the bank interests are very, very, very high. So, and he took the advice from the advisor, and he was able to pay off his loan, and with the 10,000 he was able to look for ways to invest in it. So that was a very good learning. I learned something from that. So you also have to strategize your funding, allocate your fund, and use it to map the expenses that take place on a daily to daily basis. When if you're a mother, you have children, you have a family, you have a work, you have all these things that us from Africa, you need to maybe have a sister, a brother, someone in school, your parents, all that, that you keep working on them. So you have to strategize and allocate funds for what you're doing, for what you need to do, so that you don't end up bankrupt, by the way, because you might end up overspending on this other side, and this other side still needs you, and then you find yourself not having any funds to use. So what do? You start looking for a way to go back to the bank and start asking for another loan. And maybe you still have credit cards that are still, you're owing money in those credit cards. So it's very important for you to allocate funds to the activities or whatever you're doing day to day, everyday life. So for me, I have a small, that's what they say. Once a teacher, always a teacher, right, Josephine? Okay. So I have small things that I try to come up with as little money as I get, but I try to maximize as much as I can. This is a little book here. It's very nice. You can organize money in it. You see, it says the cute saver. Here you can it's 500 saving challenge. You can save money in it, or it has different activities in there that you can put money on it, and you can choose what you want to do with it. You see, I have a $20 there. So those are things that I do to use. And then this, I just save $500. Maybe this small notebook, I use it for say holidays, for Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day, someone's birthday. It's all here. So if someone's birthday, someone important to me, my dad, my mom, my brother, someone, my best friends, I use this, and I get fun to send them to. I have not taken money from, it was savings. I just save whatever I can here. So, and then I still have another one here. It says 100. It's an envelope saving challenge. Every day you put $1. Today you put $1. Tomorrow you put $2, $3. You keep going. By the end of the day, you have 100 envelopes in here. So, I mean, if you go like that, you save $10,000 by the end of it. I mean, when you go to a store and you buy, something that was $4 and you have like $5 left, you come and put it here. You just look for the fifth envelope, put the $5 there, and keep going, keep going. By the end of the day, by the end of the year, you have $10,000 saved. You see, those are small things, small wins that you do. And I still have another one here, and it has my name on it. It's written Mercy down here. So this is the ones I put for my expenditures, my grocery, the things I do day to day lives, with the bills that I have to pay, it's all in here. So, once, you get your pay from whatever you are working, you allocate the money to get everything that you need. That's another way. You are strategically allocating money to what you need to do. And my final one, we have something like this. It's called a sinking funds. So this thing, sinking funds, is for something that just pops up and you didn't expect. You can get a tire, breakout, something happens you didn't expect. Your phone falls down and breaks out. You need to go and repair or get a new phone. You have the sinking funds there. So these are just small wins that we do. Very, it might look small, but it means a lot. It means a lot. So these are ways of saving that, you can avoid debt. You can avoid, running into, for us in business, we know that from time to time we have to invest in a few things here and there. So if I get in such a situation and I have a sinking fund here, then, I just, for advertising purposes, so maybe I need to get $10 to up my ads so I can get more leads and everything. I just get a $10 from my sinking funds, and I'm good to go. So those are ways that, you can. There are ways that you can do to make sure that you're running your business. You're not running into debts. You're not running into overdrafts, and everything. And by the end of the day, it's a win-win. So as much as finance is important for a business, so is management. And I think with that little discussion that we've had here, that was a good talk today. And thank you so much, Josephine. Back to you.
Wonderful. You see, we have all sorts of professionals in this community. Any profession you are looking for, just come and you will see them manifesting. Thank you, Tisha Mercy. That was a brave one. I mean, she created those ideas on her own and is solving a lot of problems for her. Truly, when we come on emergency purpose, most of us don't have emergency financial background. So we either borrow from somebody, or we just feel like, oh, that's the end of the road, because we did not make plan for the rainy day. Thank you, Mercy. So we are still talking about unlocking financial opportunities through strategic planning. And she just gave us her strategic planning. It's an awesome one. I think I'm going to adopt that, because me, by the time you go to the mall and you wanted to spend 20 euros and you see some of the things on reductions, then since it's already budgeted 20 euro, after you've bought all you want to buy, you still have plus, put it somewhere. Emergency fund. That's a wonderful one. Thank you so much, Mercy. So I'm going to call on Jane now to tell us what is her idea. What strategies should one implement in unlocking financial opportunities? Sister Jane, beautiful one, over to you. Thank you. Unlock your mic. Unlock. Open your mic.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak. Well, for me, I have like two simple strategies in life, in normal life, that could help us improve our finances. And the first one is planning ahead. As the statement goes, time is money. If you do not plan for everything throughout your day, week, month, you cannot make it in life. Everything has to be well planned, plus the finances. And with this planning, if you really implement planning within your daily life, you will notice an improvement everywhere and in your finances. Secondly, is diversification. If you need to improve your financial status, you must diversify. Recently in life, or like even before, if you just have one job, most people have the 9 to 5. You people, this doesn't work at all. You will not get rich with that. You need other things. You need to do other things besides of your normal job. because anything can take away that job. You could get sick. You could, for example, as mothers, you get a kid and maybe you cannot pay for daycare, so you have to stay home, take care of your kid. You could, like, anything could happen and you lose that job. And another thing is, with those jobs that we started for, it's not something practical, or like it's not something creative. It's in your head. You can never pass it on to your children. You can never pass it on to any relative. Once you are done, that's the end of that profession. And you know what? No more income. But if you diversified, for example, creating online businesses like we ladies here, or something else on the side, or like serving, like Sister Mercy told us, or like the Sister Marina told us, all those strategies. Try to do something besides your normal job. This will really help you, and you can even make it your main source of income unknowingly. Just start slowly, you know. So yeah, like I said, that is all I had for today, and I'm really happy to share that with you. I hope it helps somehow. And yeah, thanks for the opportunity, and back to Sister Josephine.
Wow, thank you so much. That was a powerful one. Yes,
Thank you too.
diversification. Even
Yeah.
the Bible says in Ecclesiastes, I can't quote the exact chapter, it says, cast your bread upon the waters. You may not know which one is going to yield unto it for you. And we also have it in a layman language, do not lay all your eggs in one basket. Actually, while we are doing our professional jobs, we are just investing our energy, and we are just investing all our energy building someone's life, building someone's business, building someone's legacy, because the children of the owner might one day inherit the business. It's their father's business. But what about me? You see? So that is why you need to get something doing with your hands. It should you should have a kind of craftiness in your hands. Let the idea roll from within you. It's called building your brand. The idea rolling from within you is called building your brand. So long as it's an idea from you, no other person can copy it. No matter how the next person try to copy it, there will still be a big gap because it's not his idea. But once it's your idea, everything that comes from you, you want to have a touch, you want to change anything, is coming from you. And this one you can leave as a legacy. So we are all about talking about unlocking financial opportunities through strategic planning. Whether you are saving, whether you are buying and selling, whether you are, whatever you are doing, make sure you have a plan, because the plan is what is bringing you to your end goal. And the end goal of every human being is to make money. Whether you are starting school, whether you are studying, doing masters, doing PhD, doing whichever one you are doing, your end goal behind, you know, that is to make bigger money. So when you go for your masters, you are already anticipating bigger loan, a bigger salary. Why? Because you believe you have merited by acquiring a master's degree. So everybody is looking at making money, and that's the end goal of life. The farmer is looking at making money. The sheep shearer is looking at making money. Even anybody, even the bosser, the wrestler, hey, everybody is looking at making money. So you see that there is no avenue to make money that is easy, but all needs a strategic planning. If the bosser does not strategize his tactics, they will just kill him for nothing. And you see, so everybody must strategize. So today we took it upon ourselves to actually pinpoint what we mean by unlocking financial opportunities. Opportunities are all around us. It's everywhere. Do you know that in Africa, the people didn't realize these opportunities early enough? So they saw a waste product like Ragoli's water bottle, all these waste they are just disposing. Now it will baffle you what they are doing with those waste products, what they are doing with it. Why? Because now they realize, this is financial opportunity. We are allowing it to just be wasted. So they dig into it, and today is making a return for them. So do not allow any opportunity around you to just slip away. Some opportunities are so golden that if you miss it, you yourself will say, oh, if I had known, I would have done this. So we are going to continue by calling our pretty Crystal all the way from USA. She's our first timer. So we'd like to hear her voice, how she sounds. Me, I don't speak American English, but I know Crystal speaks American English. So today, I'm going to listen attentively so I could understand what Crystal is saying. Crystal, over to you, sweetheart. The floor is yours. Strategic planning. What do you understand by it? God bless you.
So great that guys, this is amazing. Mercy, Maria, Josephine, Jean, all that planning is all great. And that word, cast your bread upon the waters, was just in my mouth to say, and you said it. Definitely, you have to plan ahead. Like if you will find yourself working one job, two job, put some away for a rainy day. It's definitely good. If you find yourself, you will need it later. You could invest it when for something that come up out of nowhere. And that is very important. It's not all about, yes, I'm making money or depending on your main source of income only, but always plan for the future, plan for tomorrow, plan for just a surprise event. Something may happen, and you may not be ready for that, but just the fact that you have been saving or putting away something, you can always say, okay, I have this to lean back on for such a time like this. So it's very important to not just work all your life, plan that vacation, plan to do that investment. This is our investment. Our online business is our investment. Plan that schedule, plan that budget of how you're gonna spend everything. Definitely go by planning, and break it down, see where you are going. And one of the things too that is most important, don't spend above what you don't have. Don't do it. It's just gonna lead you into more debt. So that's just all I have for you guys today. Just plan, do not spend above your means. Yeah, so that's what I have today.
Thank you very much. Sister Josephine, you're off.
You're muted.
The mic is off.
Aha, I was trying to type what she just said, track your spending. See, something happened today. Do you know that in life, every day we see things that inspire us? We see things that give us something to talk about. Now, this is just a short story about me. My daughter is 19 years old, going to 20. So when she was 15, 16, she was not a type that do makeup. So I was like, wow, she's not doing makeup. Wonderful. So she won't be so expensive. When she was 17, 18, it's like the world turned around. So she became a makeup girl. And when I hardly go to their room because their room is upstairs above mine. And I because of I believe I'm maybe tired from fatigue work, I hardly climb to their floor. But today I said, let me go to their floor. I went there and I saw different kinds of cosmetics. Hey, I said, this girl, no wonder she tells me I don't have money. My money is finished. My money is this. I said, this is what you are spending your money on. Use it to buy different kind of makeup. I said, this child, you see, because tracking your spending and knowing how much you spend and on what you are spending it on is a very way to check your financial life. If not, you will just be complaining you don't have money because you don't have strategy. You are not planning it on what matters. So we are all about your money is your money, but if you do not plan it well, at the end, it's not going to be your money, but you're going to spend it on what you will not even like. Thank you so much, Crystal. You see, I said she has a beautiful voice. First of all, she's from Jamaica, and then she lives in America. So this is awesome. Amazing, Crystal. God bless you. So she said what? Make sure you track your spending so you would know what you are spending on. It's amazing. I'm going to ask a question shortly. Every one of us is going to go through this question. And just like we have been talking about, our dear Sheila is not here today. You see that we miss her because I could not put the screen on big screen. I've been trying to find out why I can't do it. So we'll just manage as we have been managing. Unlocking financial opportunities through strategic planning. Somebody have talked about strategizing your income. Somebody have talked about save for retirement, which is very, very necessary because now we are energetic, we can jump, we can spring. Once the alarm is ringing, you can spring up. But in few years' time, you won't be able to spring up. You would want to spring up, but your body is not responding and not corresponding. And you cannot do anything about it because you cannot cheat nature. So what you want to enjoy tomorrow is what you should start dealing with today. So we save for retirement, and another person have told us, I think was Jane, minimize debt, minimize how, I think it was Marcy. You can have all the credit cards. Look at the name, credit cards. Did he say it's your money? No, it's not your money. It is credit card. In Germany, it is preferable to take a loan, a direct loan, than to use credit card because of the CINCI. What is CINCI? Interest rate. You see? So once you are stuck up in credit cards, you do not have strategic planning any longer, my dear. Because every month they are taking the interest and your debt is still open as open. So we have to learn also to minimize our debts and also be in control of our finance, make investments, learn new ways to strategize how to use your money. And somebody else said, live below your means. Know what is due for you. If you are not earning €1 million in a month, why should you put your hand in something that's going to cost you €1 million? Remember, we are still talking about unlocking financial opportunities. And in digital business, it is very, very important to be strategic in planning. If not, you just go on complaining and look as if you are not making it because you are not planning well. But in this community, we have people, we have friends, we have families, we have our sets that help us plan and make progress all together. So another person talked about building an emergency fund, and somebody talked about build a side hustle. That was where we are right now. Building a side hustle is one of the ways of unlocking financial opportunities. Your job may be taken away in a twinkle of an eye, even if it's not the desire of the company to take your job away. What if the economy crashes on the company and everybody has to go home? So nobody to home. They call it here insolvent. So when the firma is insolvent, yeah, you don't have anything to say. You have to go home as well. All right. So you must build an emergency fund and build a side hustle where you can actually fall on. All right. So my question goes for every one of us. I'm going to place it on tracking now. Yeah, it's rolling now. Would you lend or borrow money for any reason? So I'm going to start with Marina. Would you lend or borrow money? Or let me just take the word borrow. Would you borrow money? If yes, on what ground would you actually like to borrow money? On what account? Over to you.
Thank you so much, Josephine, for that question. Actually, it's a yes or no, no on my side, because I would borrow money that I know I can pay anytime. If I know I'm capable of paying this, then I will borrow. But I actually also say no, because I'm not a friend of borrowing. Like my strategy, like I said before, my strategy is actually save, plan with what you have and save, and whatever you want to do, then take from your savings and then invest it, to produce human. So that limits this borrowing money, because I have to ask myself different questions. Why do I have to borrow? What do I need this money for? If you're going to borrow money because maybe you saw someone on social media having, a different type of car, the latest, the latest kind of SUV that is out there, and then you're like, I need this one too to show it. So that is not the kind of borrowing. But if you borrow money, for instance, that you want to start a business, but you have a strategy of paying that money back, that is something different. That is why I'm telling you, it's a yes or no on that side. Just look at the situation you are in. I think you should mute someone. You should mute Jane, so the the kid is crying on the background here. Exactly. So it depends on the kind of situation you are having, guys. Me personally, I would go for no first. I would try to achieve it on my own. Whether it's investing in a business, I would prefer saving first and then put my savings into investment. And that way I have peace of mind. I'm a person who also, worries a lot sometimes. Like if I have a debt, like, am I going to pay it? How? And so I'd rather just limit that kind of situation for me and just go for what I can, have peace of mind, go through my savings. Even starting this business, I actually didn't borrow money. I didn't have the money straightforward, but I didn't borrow because I had been saving. I've been working in Germany for over 10 years. And so I had that account which was having that cash over. And I was like, that account is what is gonna help me to do my investment. So I went and took the money partially and just left some in the account and invested in the down payment, and the rest strategically paid it through 10 months. And that is actually what you can do. So it depends on with your personality, kind of the kind of person you are, what type of personality are you. There are people, when they borrow, they have fun and all that, they forget, if you're that kind of personality, the German say finger weg. Like get your hands away from borrowing completely. Try your ways of saving and getting money. And I am a huge believer of sacrifice too. If you have to get something, sacrifice. I mean, we talked about tracking your money. So while you're tracking your money, you can ask yourself, okay, I want to afford certain things that I can't afford now. Where can I limit myself? Maybe instead of giving myself 10% of fun, 10% of my money for fun and all that me time, I can cut it down to 5% or to 4%, and then 6% I would save until 6 or 7 months, and then I'll have that cash that I want to actually pay the stuff that I wanted to pay. So for me, it's a yes or no regarding, but the 80% is no. 20% is yes regarding, irregardless, you check the situation that you're in, and then you go for it. If you have a strategy of paying back, and if you know you're capable of paying that back, normally I go for my 80% no, and try to find my ways out before I even go to borrow. Yeah, so that's from my side.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this amazing response. Thank you so much. Yes, it depends on the individual
Yeah.
and depends on what purpose. Depend on what purpose. I would ask Ecos Charis the same question, and he is going to tell me, yes, as a businessman, he would go for a loan, which is equally what borrow. But for what purpose. Anybody that go and borrow money to go and do weekend party, hey, I sorry for the person. You go and borrow money to pepper them gang, I sorry for you. You must know for what purpose you are going for a loan, or call it the borrow is just, you can borrow from a bank, from a corporation, or from an individual, so long as it's for a good purpose. Okay, I'm going to call Jane. So what's your take on this very question? Would you lend or borrow money for any reason?
Yeah, thank you very much. My take is a no. It must be really a very big reason, but I really don't think I would like to borrow money. Lending, yes, I could. It also depends on the reason the other person has, but I don't recommend it, especially if you know people. With money, this could cause lots of problems in between. It kills friendships, it kills relationships. So we should really be very careful with money, with borrowing, with lending. It should be a reasonable reason and a big one. So I really don't recommend it.
Okay. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
That is another one. It's not recommended to borrow. Let's see how far we go with it. Thank you, Jane. So, Mercy, what's your take on this very question?
For me, I vote for no for both, because when you borrow money, then that means that's a debt that you need to pay eventually, however long or however short it will take. Now, if you lend money on the other side, it's another problem. You don't know how long it will take for you to get your money back, and you don't know how far you can trust this person. So like Jane has said, Marina has said, it just goes a long way. It just, it just breaks relationships, breaks friendships. I don't think it's a way to go. So just find ways um, to save some money on the side, because I'm sure when, like Marina has said, you can always play around, I can call it quote unquote gambling. You can sometimes, at some point, you can gamble with the money that you have. Yes, if you're paying 10% for your tithe, you can do maybe 6%, and 4% goes to whatever you need, because I know with saving, eventually, however small it is, it adds up to something good and something big. And eventually you find yourself not having to, borrow money from anywhere, and because you're strategizing, you're allocating funds to whatever you need in future. So, and I know all of us here, and even our viewers out there, and those who live and watch the replay, they have a way that you can always find a $10 somewhere, or a €5 somewhere, that you can say that you're not using once in a while. Why don't you just save it instead of organizing for a party, like Josephina said? Save it, and it will take you a long way. You need it when you least expect it. So yes, so I would vote for no for both sides.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mercy. So, Crystal, what's your take?
So for lending, I would say no, because most of the time I've literally done that before, and when it's time to get back my money, it is really like I'm struggling when I'm like, no, like, so most of the time when I lend, I never get back. Maybe I get back half, but not everything. So I learned my lesson. Don't do lending. If I am gifting it to you, then that's fine. But like saying I'm lending, no, no. Borrowing money, I have done it before. I'm kind of skeptical with borrowing, because after you borrow, you are gonna have debt to pay back, and that is very critical because you're putting yourself in debt. So it depends. Like student loan, you're gonna have that to pay back, but it depends on what. Like I wanna go take out a loan, I because I do it, but now I have that debt. So it's depend on your goal of what you want to do, but now I have to pay back that. So yes, I would borrow, but not like maybe minimal, like maybe like as Maria says, like Marina says
Marina,
like
yes.
about 20%. But like most of it I would rather stay away from that, because it's gonna lead you into debt and you have to find some way to pay for it. But lending, I no, I will gift it, because I know I don't have to worry about coming back, and then it can spoil relationship as well, because you're like, okay, I lend it to you. It's time for you to pay, but you're not paying, or you're avoiding me, or you're not picking my calls, or nothing. So it definitely no lending. I would rather gift. borrowing unless necessarily needed it for, like, if you're going for education, or you're gonna start a business or whatever you could do, that knowing that your business is gonna generate even more to bless you, then go for it. But
All
if you have
right.
it, I would use it from what I have.
Yes. Awesome. That is powerful. Thank you, Crystal. That is it. So my take is, depending on the reason why I am borrowing. But truly speaking, as a business person, it's not wise to lend money to people. That's why we have corporations. That's why we have banks. Because in this our business, we meet certain people that will tell you, just help me pay the 149 first. It means you are lending the money to the person. Hey, at the end of the day, so don't even try it. So business people, especially our kind of business, we don't have to lend to anybody. But to take a loan, like me personally, when this business come across my way, I didn't have cash. So I had to take a loan because I was desperate. I wanted to start it like today. So I started this business like in under 3 days. I was already a business owner because I was determined, and my husband was solidly beside me, said we have to do this. So I just went to my bank directly and I took the loan. You see, my purpose of borrowing is justified because I want to invest it. And I know the dividend can never be compared. So I know it's a flourishing business. I know this will work. So it gave me the confidence to go ahead and take this loan. And I am glad I did. So depending on your reason why you want to borrow, some years back, like 3-4 years back or so, I equally took a loan, but it was a foolish loan. I took a loan to start building a private house, which today I'm not living in that house. Nobody is living in that house in Africa. You see, it's a foolish loan. It's a foolish borrow. You see, it did not. So if you are taking loan or borrowing to put in a business, go ahead, because everyone that is that wants to be successful, we are not limiting this success to just maybe 100,000 euros. We are looking at the diversity. This business is large. This business have made people millionaires. So the input you make depends on the output you will get. And we know how it's functioning with that are already inside. For you to run your art, you need money. But have a big heart, have a big mind. Know that it's going to work. So when you invest in it, you would not regret it at all. You will not regret it at all. So yes, I would borrow money for my business to go more bigger and more stable and more higher, but I will not lend to anyone, not anymore. Just like Krista said, we all have gathered our experience. So anybody that comes to me, I will say, please, that's the bank. If you are eligible, they'll give it to you. And God, so it's been awesome with you ladies. Our time is well spent today. We actually budgeted 40 minutes, but we are spending almost an hour now. So it is unlocking financial opportunities through strategic planning. The best way you can plan for your future is to save for your future. But you know that it also requires a special grace to save money, especially when you are saving it in your house. And we also know that we have so many people that wants to call us and emotionally blackmail us to bring that one we have gathered and bring it out by all means because it's not invested anywhere. So if your money is invested somewhere, you cannot just go and bring it out. But if it's within your reach and they blackmail you 1 time, 2 times, you know what I mean. So you bring it out. So I'm so glad that we are able to make this live today. So all our viewers, we have spoken to at length, and we are telling you for you to have a financial success. So our business offer financial success, time freedom, anything you want to talk about that makes you keep going as a human being, you find the comfort right in this business. So take a bold step into the right direction by opening a side hustle for yourself. Follow the process and trust the process. If you are ready to sign up, check out on any one of us. We are all business owners and we'll be ready to take your hands and go up with you. All right. So access our free info session from our website. Then you get to know more information. Information is powerful and quality information is much more powerful. So we are your friends who come up once in a while every Friday to talk about digital business. Planning ahead is okay. Strategic planning is okay. Diversification is okay. Tracking your spending is okay. And save and plan with what you have is equally okay. We love you. We are introducing this business over and over again because we know it is worth checking out. It is good. It is good. If we say it's good, it's good. I myself, I work with Mary Kay Cosmetics for 5 years. I understand the difference between a compensation plan when I see one. And I'm really glad that I'm part of this. So if you want to join us, you are highly welcome. God bless you. So ladies, for taking your time today, God bless you. I appreciate you. See you guys again on Friday if you are available. Let's check on one another. It's part of our digital business community, relationship we are building all together. You never can tell what will bring you to Switzerland. You never can tell what will bring you to USA. And I will be glad to meet Mercy and meet Jane. And together we just enjoy. Remember, do not borrow to do weekend trip. Do not borrow to pepper anybody. But you can borrow to strategize it in your business. And God will bless you. So we have come to the end of this live. Thank you, our viewers, for joining us. We have some comments. So we see Chila was behind. She said watching from Orinto, USA. Thank you, Jane Akama. Thanks for watching. And Sonia Charlene. Thank you, Sean Sonia. That's to Angeshout. So Edda also sent her greetings. Well said, ladies. Thank you all. So we come. Baby is also there. That is digital business. Baby on board. This is what we talk about. No limitation, no restrictions. This is awesome. You cannot take your baby to your 9-to-5 job. No chef will allow it. You see, baby is doing this meeting with us. To the baby. Then see you again next time. God bless you all. So have a nice weekend, viewers.
All right.
God bless you. Bye.